Welcome to a world where mystery and intrigue collide, where personal stories unfold, and where the journey of self-discovery begins. Get ready to embark on a thrilling adventure with the Chronicles of Ziggy, your go-to YouTube channel for all things true crime, personal drama, and the roller coaster ride of navigating life as a newly single individual. In this digital space, we'll delve into the depths of unsolved mysteries, presenting riveting true crime stories that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Join us as we meticulously unravel the clues, expose hidden secrets, and shed light on the darkest corners of the human psyche. But that's not all. Even though our original YouTube journey may have started out as a true crime channel, Chronicles of Ziggy has evolved into something new. It's a platform where heartfelt personal narratives take center stage. We will bring you gripping tales of tragedy and loss, but also stories of resilience and encouragement. Experience the raw emotions, the unexpected twists, and the transformative journeys of individuals who have overcome the odds, inspiring us all to face our own challenges head-on. And if that wasn't enough, Ziggy will be your guide through the exciting maze of navigating life as a newly single person. Join Ziggy as she shares her own personal triumphs and tribulations, offering valuable insights, advice, and a sprinkle of humor along the way. From dating adventures to self-care strategies, makeup tips, and a sprinkle of astrology, Chronicles of Ziggy has got you covered. So, if you're ready for a captivating blend of true crime, personal drama, and the exhilarating journey of self-discovery, hit that subscribe button and join our ever-growing community. Together, we'll dive into the depths of the unknown, uncover the truth, and embark on a thrilling adventure like no other. Welcome to Chronicles of Ziggy, where the pages of life are turned, one captivating chapter at a time.
Hey guys. That intro seemed like I was like, did I accidentally play that twice? It's supposed to be like the channel's trailer, but I like to just have the little, short intros usually because I usually hate long intros, to be honest. So I figured most of you guys probably hate them too. Now, how's everybody doing? Did everybody have a good Memorial Day weekend? My chat lurkers. Hey, Unbroken. I think you were trying to get a hold of me, weren't you? My phone was screwing up earlier today. Oh, thank you, Mimi Jean. So, let's see. I pulled up Dee Presents channel just to see what she has posted. Oh, about that phone call? You cracked a rib? I don't know exactly what to think about the phone call or, the person that was on Dolly's and came over here. Because I got kind of confused. It was like they were saying that they were related to Candace, but then we're saying that, like, if we knew their last name, it's like well known around there. Well, how's that possible? Candace doesn't have family that lives in that area. Oh, yeah. Were you watching Truth and Transparency? That's what I've been watching before I went live. It's really interesting. If it wasn't live anymore, I would go over it because there was a lot of interesting things. I have it up on my screen right now. That's why I'm looking this way. I still have it up on my TV. Uh, and they were talking about basically the 911 call for the Idaho murders and how there's something weird about the 911 call and like when it happened and who called. It's theory that somebody called and just didn't even say anything. They just, just let the phone call run, and I don't know. She scared you. She wouldn't let the poor guy speak, Daniel, but I do get where Truth and Transparency is coming from. In some ways. I mean, she's just her name's Lana, I guess. Lana. She's just very passionate and gets kind of excited sometimes. And I think that guy was a little bit more laid back than her. You know. Hey, Mimi06. I only know Truth or Transparency's channel because through Chris Watts' case, that was very interesting. She was like very pro Chris Watts. I do remember a video being released of her one time, and well, it was a video she put out herself, but somebody had, of course, like that happens here. People pick apart all your surroundings and everything, and they had taken one of her videos and or shorts that she posted and slowed it down, like basically to a creeping crawl. And I guess they were able to see. Well, you can see. I saw it. She was driving, and she was sitting there drinking a boxed wine thing, like individual serving. And then I remember that whole debacle. And then she tried to say, "Oh, I did that just to troll everybody. I really had juice in it," or something like that, is what she said. That was probably, though, that's been a couple years ago. She probably lives pretty close to me too, Reapers. I think because she lives in Ohio, I think. You live in the same town as Lana? Or Chronicles of Ziggy. Is she in Cincinnati? Yeah. And she is pretty close to me. You think the 15 was a cover up? The 15. What do you mean? Let's see what we got here. This is deeper.
Seemed like he had something on his mind and asked Jackie Dobbs what he was doing, and Dobbs said that as he spoke to Don, he noticed that Wells seemed like he had something on his mind and had a 1,000-mile stare look on his face. Dobbs wasn't sure if the look was indicative of Don being on some drugs or not. Bernard called the police out to their property to have them deal with the stranger. And Brown and Bernard later went over to the Wells house on June 14th, the day before Summer vanished, to tell Don and Candace about Dobbs. Jody Sue has also said that she and Andy later went out to scope the local hotels to see if Dobbs was staying at any of them. And they also took photos of Dobbs, his vehicle, and his license plate. One has to wonder why Jody Sue and Andy Bernard were so worked up about Jackie Dobbs before Summer vanished. And why...
That is a good question. Okay, this is the Presents channel. I have no idea what these videos are that I'm playing. She sometimes has some good videos that I like to. Well, I do know she lives in Ohio, Betty. I couldn't think if it was Cincinnati or if it was Columbus. Hey, curlers in crime. Oh, you think Summer went missing the 13th? Really? Why specifically the 13th, Mimi? Oh, thank you, Jamie. Love you guys too. So, why exactly the 13th? Do you think that? Well, I immediately think that it was about the 13th or so that Marlena Crawford left 110 Ben Hill Road. A video footage on the 15th. That's what I was thinking. Well, I mean, I think that's pretty much what Chris said, that he had seen footage, or that there was footage of her like in a Walgreens or something. Yeah, but see, like, how would they do that though? You know what I mean? Like, how would they know when Summer's going to be home? It is far to get to 110 Ben Hill Road from anywhere. You know, unless you're going to live right there close on Beach Creek or on maybe in the Light Holler or whatever, or Ben Hill Road. I mean, otherwise you're going to be like 30 minutes away. So how would they know that Summer is going to be like outside at a certain time? Plus, it would have to be somebody that could walk through the woods, because they're not going to just like pull up that driveway. You can't get up the driveway. You have to have 4-wheel drive. It's that bad. But it would have to be somebody that's confident to. It just doesn't make sense to me how they would be able to do that and how that would be able to be planned. And our hippie house confirmed that Summer was in there that day. But how would she be able to go in there? Because you have to be 18, don't you? Oh, she's getting sued by another one, and on top of that other, because I know about her getting sued by Vanessa. That's crazy. Let's see what else is on here.
They felt it necessary to chase down Dobbs' whereabouts after he willingly left Beach Creek. Jody Sue's mother-in-law, Polly Bernard, also wrote about Dobbs turning up on the Bernards' land the day before Summer went missing. Apparently, there is an issue where to get to Bernard's land, one has to walk over Jackie Dobbs' new 2 acres. Polly Bernard wrote this on her Facebook page on June 18th of 2021, 3 days after Summer went missing. Prayers. There was a man on our property across the road yesterday. He was on our land. He said he was going to camp. We called the cops. He wouldn't give us his name. We don't know how long he had been there. The cop told him if we had owned the property for 200 years, we would know where the property lines are. He packed up and left. I can't help wonder. We could hear the kids playing over on the hill when we were there. End quote.
AG1 is so much more than a greens powder. In one single scoop, it delivers daily multivitamin.
Don talking to all these people. He says he did that on the 15th as well.
He did that on the 14th.
Right.
That's the thing that's the time frame that's different. When I went back, I didn't listen to this shit for a while, and then all of a sudden, one day I just sat down one weekend and I started watching all these podcast videos and stuff, and I seen where he kept talking about, talking to Jamie and Richard and all that, and saying that was on the 15th, but it wasn't on the 15th, that was on the 14th. Mm-hmm. So, me personally, I don't know for sure or not, but, Monday when I went to work, it looked like he lost his best friend. So I think that's when it happened, was on Monday.
I had fired Dudley because I was sure he was on meth and acting all crazy and stuff. I mean, just out of his mind. And I even looked on YouTube as to how people act when they're on meth, and he fit every single one of them.
Sorry, I can't let him get away with saying that. Is just so. Oh, I had to look up online to see how people act on meth. Okay. I was pulling up the calendar. Year 2021. Okay, so June 15th was a Tuesday. Dudley says on Monday, the 14th, Don looked like his dog died or whatever. And Dudley thinks that something happened on the 14th. That he believes that's the day that something happened to Summer. Or maybe Don just knew what was what was about to happen. Hey, D Presents. We're kind of looking at your videos. Hope that's okay. We're checking out. Let's see what you have here. I'm also confused by this red truck thing too. I keep hearing various stories about when that red truck was broke down there. I think that was a period of time after Summer went missing. Sound like it's like the car hop restaurant you eat in your car. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I haven't. Now that's hearsay too. We heard from the tree trimmers, in that conversation I had with them. They said that this guy named, I think, Randy, that used to work for him but was not working for the company when I ran into these tree trimmers or whatever. He had supposedly moved to like Virginia. But anyway, supposedly that Randy guy, which I wish one of us could talk to him and find out for sure. I wish he would come out and say out of his own mouth whether he saw Summer on the 15th. Because we hear from a coworker that says, Randy told me. I think maybe Dawn fired Dudley on the 15th and not the 14th. Thank you, One Love. Okay, thank you, Deep Presence. I know you want it mind. If I try not to play anybody's stuff that I think will mind. If I play somebody's stuff, it's because I think that they won't mind. So sometimes I find out that, people mind when I didn't think they would. But whatever. Was at a bar like 10 minutes from my house the night before she went to Colorado. She was so drunk she couldn't stand up. Did you see her at the bar? Is that the one where she was like interviewing some interviewing people about the Chris Watts case? The Wells in church after Summer got gone. Look at her younger brother. What you think that? Are you thinking that a brother could have been dressed up as Summer? Oh, thank you, Dee. Could the caller from the other night be mistaken that they were looking for Marlena instead it was for Dawn? See, I was wondering if it was if she was mistaken and the target was Jody Sue, because then we have also Jody Sue. You remember, she said some weird things like that she worried that she was supposed to be the target and that it was supposed to be her daughter. She said some strange things like that. What? He can't. How can he not remember something? That doesn't. I don't understand how he can't remember. That is you would remember because your daughter, at that time, your daughter went missing. You know what I mean? The 15th was Tuesday, June 15th. If he fired Dudley, whether it was the day of Summer's disappearance or day before, he's going to forever remember that. But he wants to act like he doesn't know which day it was. That is so strange to me. I mean, I have a horrible memory. But when it comes to your child going missing, you're going to remember that's a traumatic event. You're going to remember everything what was going on the week prior and up to another interview. He likes to talk. Most men do. Don't yell at him. Yeah, I remember when he got arrested recently or whatever. I'm wondering though, is he back out, right? So I haven't been, around that looking, really watching things, but people wanted to discredit him and be like, oh, see, Don was right. Don told the truth. When Dudley got arrested for possession of meth or something, I think we all knew that Dudley did drugs. Like, just for him getting arrested for meth doesn't make Don right in any way. Besides, he wanted to say, oh, I think he was tweaked out on meth. Yeah, Don probably knows that because he probably did meth with him. Younger brother looks just like Summer. Wait, what was that comment? Did he saying? So, are you saying on the lab, Don told Chris he drove the red car the day before? He said he fired Dudley on the morning of the 15th on a live recently. See, that's crazy. I've always heard that it was the Monday. I don't understand why he... The only thing I can think of is that maybe something traumatic didn't happen that day. Like, maybe they know where Summer is, or maybe they did sell her to a family or something, and maybe that's why he's having a hard time remembering everything, because he knows Summer's okay. And I have no idea. It's just weird though. You would think that would be the most traumatic day of your life. I would talk to Dudley. I don't think I'm not sure if I've ever really tried to reach out much, because after he talked the first couple of times, I wouldn't think that there would be much more for him to talk about. He would be repeating a lot of information. Well, that'd be cool, Reap, what you sew. We'd love to have him here and talk to him. Oh, I mean, that'd be awesome. I think I tried to get a hold of his wife at one time or something. Or I don't think they're not even together anymore, are they? Okay, let's continue playing this. I have to go use the ladies' room.
So I'm sure he was trying to take some picture. He said, no problem, Mr. Wells, go ahead. And he started asking him for paperwork. And when I went to the side of the truck to take a picture, there was some woman stuck her head out. There was a woman in that truck. And she was like, she ain't covered her hair for like 2 months. I don't know. But she just laid back down in there and covered up. But that kind of stuff is constant in our area. And, all kind of stuff going on.
Big Creek should be the first residence on your right. Reference to a missing 4-year-old. The parents have called in and advised that the mother has went for a walk, came home, now they can't find her. They've been yelling for her. She's been gone for about 10 minutes now. 10 for 1 in America. And 110. 10 for 1 house, Madison. 335, I'll be around as well. Okay, guys. Probably only next to them. They've got several neighbors actually. That's probably going to be best to offer. 10-4. 29 cents for the way so far. Rescue. Fire police for search. You say when you got the original call that mom went on a run and when she came back that daughter was gone? Before that's what the father advised. He's at work about an hour away. I'll make his way home.
That's what the father advised. That's what the father advised. I would really love to hear this 911 call by Dawn. How come there's so much like weird things surrounding the 911 call? Oh, she went for a walk. No, she went for a run. No, she's scared of bears. She never goes for walks. Okay, she only left once. No, she left twice. Oh, I got there at 5:30. No, I got there at 6:30. I drove the truck. No, I drove the red car. Who made the 911 call? It is so strange. So Don called 911 first. Unless that, some people are trying to say that there was some type of mix up or confusion. Could the operator have been wrong in saying that's so strange though. Why would Don call 911? I'm saying if he heard it but he wasn't the one there, so it would have been, it just doesn't make sense to me that Candace contacted him first and then instead had him call, he called, so what she's stating is that, what's she trying to say, called Dawn and been like, oh, I'm out looking for Summer, I can't find her, and she's on the phone with him. He's like, oh, I'm gonna call 911. I guess that could have happened. She could have been out walking around looking for Summer, I guess. TBI said a family member called. Hey, Jim. Oh, man, Pam, she didn't even talk to him. It is true that we've heard that Candace didn't even really go outside to talk to the police at first. Why is that? Guilty conscience? Why is she hiding? People hide or put off things when they're scared of what's going to happen. Feels like Candace was feeling some kind of worry that she was in trouble. Hi, whatever stash. Maybe there probably was drug paraphernalia. I try to be fair and look at it. Could she just have been scared because, that's just how people in that area are. They don't really like cops, too much. They don't trust them too much. There's a lot of rumors from locals from that area's police force being kind of corrupt. I mean, could it just be like she didn't trust them and she was afraid she was going to get in trouble for something that wasn't her fault? Yes, the middle boy is the responsible one, so I hear. He's highly intelligent. Remember your guys' may have left the hill to hide all their sash and maybe. You really think that Candace went? What do you mean? Do you think Candace went down there and hid the drugs over on Fred's property? Fred wasn't home right at that time because it was Chad Arnold's. What's his name? It was Chad Arnold that was over there and saw Candace pretending to look for Summer, in my opinion. I haven't been live since that instance. All I said is I recognize the name, like the person that emailed me, who is the same lady who called, but I can't think of how. So I'm kind of, and I also question, there were some things that didn't line up. Like a lot of it, I see how some of her theories can fit. I truly do. I really saw where she was going on a lot of it, but obviously I don't agree with, Candace and Dawn not being involved. And also, she kept mentioning that she was related to Candace, but then at the same time said, if you knew my last name, you would be freaking out. Well, why? Because supposedly her last name was also a part of this big drug bust or something, but yet Candace isn't related to anybody in the area. So what? So how would she? I don't know. I just don't understand. Some of it doesn't really match. I mean, I wouldn't say it here, Lisa. But I recognize the email that she emailed me from, and I'm trying to remember how I know this email and how I know the name that she emailed me from. Because this email's emailed me several times before. Maybe I need to look in my old email address and see if I remember tomorrow. Because there was some other time that this person called in, I believe. Even over here, even. She said her parents live there or used to. See, and that wouldn't make sense because none of Candace's family has lived there. Have they? I mean, besides Grandma Candace. Yeah, she said it started with a G. Some people were thinking it was Gooch or something. Maybe she's married to Betty's son. Did she say Gooch? No, but I think that's what some people are thinking. from somebody asked, I will tell you though that it got back to me that somebody asked Grandma Candace. So Candace Wells' mother, who a lot of people call Grandis, but anyways, I do know, I trust the person that told me this. I 100% trust her. And I do know that she talks to Grandis. She said that she asked Grandis if Grandis recognized that voice, and she said that she doesn't know that person. But I don't know if how much weight that really holds to me, though. As far as Grandis saying she hasn't recognized the voice. But at the same time, there's some things maybe she just didn't want to say exactly how she is kind of related to the case, or I don't know. About the deer blind, I think she was the person that called Dolly. She is friends with the Wells. Oh, you guys. Oh, I think I might know who I think it's that same one that was doing work for him on the house. What was her name? Remember, she came on my channel like several months ago, and she hadn't really turned against the Wells. She was the one that claimed that she overheard something about Dawn telling Candace to get their story together. What was that lady's name? Sanchez. Yeah, Sanchez. Yes. I wasn't talking Dawn Rainey. I'm thinking a girl named Pamela. Yes. See, and that's maybe she is close. Maybe she was just close to the Wells, and maybe she didn't want to say like, "Oh, I'm friends with them" or something, because she didn't think anybody would listen. But the problem is when you come in like not being honest, and when people find out, it makes them not believe you. Don used this lady to call in about the deer blind, another distraction set up by Don, and he admitted to that. See, I knew I recognized that email that she was emailed. She's emailed me several times before. And I was like, I know that freaking name. The group who were working at the house and saw Jody Sue's son. Yes. Was she with the group who was working at the house that saw Jody Sue's son run through the woods? Yes, that is who I'm thinking. That's what I am. I would have to go back and listen to an old live of mine when she called in. Or actually, she didn't want her voice on my live, but she did decide to go live she went on live with Cam like a couple weeks later. You guys remember? Yeah, that's who I think it was, Reap. Hey, RJ. She helped with the house, because that's the email that I was getting. I guess, hold on, let me go to my old email and see if I can look and find out who. See if she emailed my old email. Well, but see, that's a different. The lady that emailed me that was part of that group, it's a different email. So I don't think it's the same Pam. I would have to listen though to the last live, or one of the lives that she was on. She was on Cam's. Oh, bummer. RJ. He thought she had a heavy accent. So is that why Candace talked to Don when he was on his way home so that he can make sure he cleaned out the shed? So he can make sure she cleaned out the shed. Yeah, we were talking about the caller from the other night. I was thinking that she had called before, but I can't remember. I was thinking for a second that she might have been this person named Pam that had got kind of close to the Wells, especially Candace, but I don't think it is now that had looked back on past emails. I can't think of who she is though. But I still am not discrediting her story completely.
Let 302 know, and I think he's going to let rescue make that determination. 302 has been notified. He also wanted me to just remind you to be sure check the house camper, even if they said they've already had. Yeah, boy. Hawkins County Rescue Squad all members mutual aid request search and rescue with Churchill Rescue Squad. Also requesting respond with six-wheeler and command trailer. First page 911. 502. 502. We acknowledge the page and the resource request. We've got several here at the station. We'll be in route for 6. Copy acknowledge the page and resource request. 707. Go ahead. The 1043 is partner at building service to 1044. The rescue. Go ahead, go rescue.
Wait, so what are you saying was taken down to Fred's? How do you know that something was taken down to Fred's? What was taken down to Fred's? She was seen there by Chad Arnold. Candace was seen at the end of Fred's driveway by Chad Arnold, and Fred wasn't there. I don't know, though, what she could have been hiding something down there. But I don't know if I believe that. I think if that was true, I think Fred would have just told the police that. I really do. What are you chewing? Anyways, I just feel like Fred would have told the police that by now. I just feel like he would have. That, oh, they brought the drugs down here. Maybe not right at first, because you don't want to be like, hey, I have drugs on it. But I don't know. Didn't tell them what. Oh, he could have, because I just feel like he would have told me that if he told the police that. Oh, jeez. Why did somebody have to contact Pam and act like we were talking bad about her? Because that was not at all. Nothing bad was said about you, and I don't know why that was spun around like that at all. Your name was mentioned for like a half second because we were thinking that you were possibly that same chick, but then we said no, that's not true. It's not her. So I don't understand the big deal. You should probably listen to what happened instead of getting like upset and thinking that something negative was said about you, because it was actually the opposite. It was saying that no, it wasn't you, because I went and double checked. The voices sound familiar. Yeah, see, I get myself in trouble all the time, though, because I just freaking talk out loud. Like, I'm just processing information out loud. And just because somebody's name gets mentioned, it doesn't mean that I'm talking about. I mean, even if it was Pam, even if it, I don't have anything bad to say about Pam. This is just, we're trying to figure out how a lot of people are saying that lady that called in sounds really familiar. Yeah, I mean, she didn't walk down to Fred's. There's absolutely no way. There was a rumor that, though, at first, and because Fred at first said that, but the reason why Fred got that wrong is because he wasn't there. He wasn't there when Candace was at the end of the driveway. So that's how he got it wrong and said that his friends, saw her walking down there. Yeah, I did, Lori, and it's not. It's not. I'll look more later, but to see if I recognize. Let's see here. Um. Yeah, I don't know. I can't freaking remember for the life of me. I'm not finding. Why isn't it coming up? I don't know why it's like all my emails were deleted. I'll have to look later. But if I did have, I mean, she's always, the lady under that account's always been supportive of me. I know that. She's always been really nice and stuff. So I think that shush it. For what we have one of Caitlin's. Wait, if you guys saw this little pup, you would be like, oh my God. It's to die for. It is to die for. Dawn went to get what back? Yeah, Nikki did get a hold of her family or has made contact with her family, and she is okay. Yeah, she helped Wells a lot in the beginning. Yeah, I think I don't have anything negative to say about. This is a different. If it is another Pam, it's a different one. You're going to walk all the way to the end? It is really, really far. I mean, it's maybe a mile. And so it's not really, really far, but there is like incline. And I don't know. I'd be a little bit scared to walk back there by myself. Past even if I knew like Fred was home or something, maybe I mean, because even when Fred didn't know who I was, I mean, he was right up on my ass and like filming my bumper, and it was like the middle of the night or filming my license plate. And because he didn't know who I was, this was one of the times I went there, and it was kind of freaky. Well, I mean, maybe they did take drugs down to Fred's. I would think so. That from what I don't know though. I don't know if I believe that. But it's possible, I guess. I mean, Fred doesn't deny using drugs. I just think that if they were going to hand off the drugs to anybody, why wouldn't they hand it off to Jody Sue? I mean, she was already down there. I don't understand why Candace would go. I mean, now I would trust Fred over Jody Sue. I mean, like, I guess. For sure, I would, definitely. Fred's a really good guy. I really do not think that, like, I feel like if I took drugs to Fred Hill and asked him to hold them for me, I don't think he would do them. I don't know. You know how addiction is. It matters. It probably matters what drug it is. I don't know. And when it comes to addiction and stuff, yeah, I mean, who knows? I can ask Fred and try to see what he says. I don't feel like I don't know why he would really lie about it at this point, but I could see. I mean, he straight up like told me that he, you know, he says that everybody, tries to say that he's addicted to meth, but he said he's addicted to opiates. Were they growing weed? Now, see, if they were doing something like that, the area is. Want to go to Tennessee June 15th? You're going to give me a ride? My truck. Well, I'm not going. No way. I like to go when it's just, not make a spectacle. Even though for some reason people still make a spectacle out of it, like it's some like big thing to do. As for what Don said to him in the first hour of Summer being missing, he'd start talking about an apocalypse. Oh, at least I'll see her again in the apocalypse. It wasn't within an hour. He saw, well, actually, I don't know if it was within an hour. I don't know if he saw Don within an hour. I think he saw within I get confused because when Don came down there, it was like around 10 or 10:30 at night, like when he went down to Fred's. But Fred does mention something like he went down towards like, remember when he saw the money exchange? That was the night that Summer went missing. So Fred must have got back or been down there earlier in that, because I think he said he got in the holler like 8 or 8:30 or something, and that's when he saw the police presence. And that's probably when he stopped, and that's probably when he saw the money exchanged. And then he went back after he stopped to see what's going on. I'm just assuming right there that he stopped. He came in, stopped to see and talk to everybody that was standing out there, like Jody Sue, Andy, Dawn, and stuff. The way that Fred told me the story, that's what I'm thinking. It sounds about right. Because he was out towing vehicles or doing something like that, towing junk out of the hauler. And then I believe he said he got back around 8 or 8:30, and that's when he had seen the cops and stuff everywhere. So I'm guessing that's when he stopped and asked, talked to them and saw Don give Andy money. And then Fred must have went home right, soon after, and then Don came back down there. My thought was she rode down the road to see if Summer had wandered further. And the church is where she turned around and went back. She probably did do something like that. She probably drove down to the end of the holler, and that's probably when Chad Arnold saw her over there by Fred's. Then, to make it look more realistic, she probably continued and went out all the way down to that church where the police camped out across from Fields Road. And she probably came back. Yeah, she probably did one big circle. Who are you, Blue Sola Cup? You would have to tell me who you are first. She went to Solomon Temple, which is at the end of Beach Creek Road, and turned around and went to Mount Carmel Church and turned around. I'm right here, Ziggy. Are you serious? Who are you? Oh, no, I don't hate you at all. I still contemplate that. Is there a possibility? I do feel like there's a possibility that something along the lines that lady was talking about on the phone call the other day. I do believe that I kind of feel like if it's true that was a mistaken, or they were just involved with some bad people, I would think that Dawn and Candace would probably have figured it out by now. Solomon Temple is a church with food pantry. Must be from the cow show. Well, yeah, I don't know who the Blue Sola Cup is. They were talking like it was like they were Candace or Dawn themselves or something. They did not pay cash for the Subaru. The car wasn't repossessed. It keeps. Now I have that stupid Red Sola Cup song in my head because of that account. Yep, a $600 a month car payment. They did. You think that they did pay cash for it?
Experience the truth of iconic glowing skin.
All other units out of
Sorry about that. You don't know nothing? Oh, okay. Would you like to come up on panel? Blue Solo Cup? You're just fucked up? Is that what you said? Do you happen to live in East Tennessee? It's the 911 call or whatever it is from Broadcastify. I think somebody grabbed it. I told you all that cup was empty.
For the complainant or the suspect? Okay.
Is 317 on the screen. Detective Greg, is he on the scene?
We've not been advised.
Stand for it.
DM trailer to 302.
Go ahead.
Britain's on scene.
Stand for it. 29 seconds.
29.
Get hold of 334. About then we need 2 units to come in to answer calls a week.
They sold the green Suburban to Kathy. That green Suburban is big key that nobody sees. Kathy. Who do you mean by Kathy? Oh. They sold it to Kathy the friend? Wallace Imports of Johnson City, 8 miles on it. 25,756 cash, no lien. Wow. Yes, Blue Cup. Do you have a copy of that? Were you going to email me that so I could show everybody what you're talking about? Or Candace sold it to Kathy for $1,000 when Dawn was in jail. Did they really? Was it really that, Kathy? I didn't know it was that they sold it to her. Yeah, we can talk, Blue Cup. How do I get a hold of you? Blue Solo Cup. Huh. Okay, email me your phone number. And do you have something to say about this case? I feel like I'm getting myself into something, but now Donna's mad saying he had over 6,000 in that vehicle and that Kathy stole it from Candace because she knew she needed the money. Don was tricked, and rightly so. He apparently put quite a bit of money into it. Yeah, but I have no idea who this blue soda cup person is, and I'm telling them that I'll just call them. I don't know. I will. I don't care, but kind of wondering what I'm getting myself into, though. How long ago was this?
Teachers of Tomorrow. I was calling to get more info on how to join your teacher certification program. We make joining
you don't get anything from us. That's how this is going to start working across the internet. You're going to start getting kicked off of this is what I'm going to do. This is the stance I'm taking, Don. Yeah, I told you the hard is going to get harder. And once the people get back together and let them know that it's not about us, Don, like we've always said, and it was timing for all of us to get back together and be sitting up here. And the way we're working, guess what? Like I told you, Don, I work really well with others for people who really want to find answers and find your daughter. You and your crew, none of us would work with. So if you'd like to call in, Don, you could call in. Otherwise, you can fuck off. How's that?
Hi, my name is Dee. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, join my memberships. This was No Thanks Investigates live stream tonight with Justin for All and Mary Hartman as guests. It got pretty interesting. Take a look.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it tonight, next to the Mexicans.
So, Mary, you want to ask him some questions or tell him?
Ask him.
Well, yeah, well, for one thing, I wanted to know, he says that he was at work that day, but I don't believe he was. And not only that, I believe that I heard that Tucker, his boss, actually told TBI that he was not at work that day.
Now I got to take 7 alibis and put them in 3 fucking alibis? What are you saying, Mary?
Yeah, right. Yeah. So I just, I really do think that he was at home and he was waiting for Candace and them to come home. I think that's why he called Candace. Well,
I agree, Annabelle. I think I guess it works out for Doug, I guess. I mean, for what Doug is trying to accomplish, he's trying to get in. Don falls for it every single time. I mean, he should know how it goes now, by now when he touches the stove. So he knows better than to get involved with certain people, and he keeps doing it. Even though I feel like Doug does bait him, and it's kind of like he'll talk to him real I don't know. It is I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Blue Solo Cup never emailed me. Still waiting, Blue Cup. Oh, okay. Well, you said you were going to have me call you, so thought maybe you want to give some insight. It's content for Doug. Yeah. Doug is I don't know. You know how he can be sometimes. He can be he can come off and sound like a really nice person, but he can really turn on you at times. It's just like, let's see. What do you mean about his? You think his dad was involved in some? It's very possible. Hey, Christy. You know stuff? Okay, well, we would love to hear what you know. If you'd like to call in.
He was asking her, when you coming home?
Listen, it's all code, right? Because they don't do anything over the phone unless they're going through Messenger and call apps like that. Right, Don? Right, Candace? That's how you guys cover everything up. Your data, you think you're going to get away with it on a Messenger app or an app that things disappear. This is where you tweak your mentality. We can see you're always on a different app, never on your data plan. That you think, right?
They got the burner phones.
Burner phones. Every drug addict kind of measure. I had to look it up online. I googled meth addict and my picture came up. I had no fucking clue.
Yeah.
I'm a crackhead, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, so, I don't know.
Here, Don, I'll call you right now. Here, I'll make it easy.
I was still talking to Benny. I thought,
You stole money from him, I thought.
had stuff going while he was in jail.
Well, these are the people that help not find Summer. That's the only people that it works with. Don, I'm going to call you right now. I'm going to unblock you and I'm going to call you. If you want to talk, you can talk. Better than your Wi-Fi.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, you're a coward. You shut your phone off. Don, go straight to voicemail. Coward. What are you with Andy right now? Pegging it? What's up? Down in Knoxville?
Knocking boots, baby, basically, I just work all the time doing quarter pushers. Candace likes the quarter pusher. I like to push quarters through the hauler. Quarters of drugs like meth and crack and stuff.
Yeah, that's the difference in quarters, Don. Come up and answer Mary then. I just don't want him to abuse you, that's all.
No, I don't know. He ain't gonna abuse me. He's
work, and I think I went to breakfast that morning. Maybe went to breakfast. I don't know. See, you would remember if you went to breakfast, Don, if that's your normal or non-normal. You told Dr. Phil it was a normal day, and you packed up your truck.
They get amnesia after 3:30.
Yeah, basically, it's called R&R. I get the R&R amnesia.
Yeah.
Donnie, come on up here, bucko. Yeah, Don, if he says anything to attack. See, that's the thing.
I put the number on the screen, Blue Cup. Summer is under the basement. Is Blue's solo cup Billy the drunk? Oh God, who's that? It should pop up if I get a call. So
Like I'm not I'm not prepared to be able to stop an abuse right away. Like I'll do the best I can, but I'm not going to let him re-victimize.
Well, the thing of it is, I'm not up here to abuse him. I just want to ask him some questions, and if he wants to get hostile about it,
Well, that's all he can do, because if you look at him and like Adam Montgomery and all these parents that have either had something to do with their kid getting gone or murdering them, that they act just the same, right? Al Stock got that from Letitia, like the same way that Don is. Don's a male Letitia Stock, people. I don't know if you noticed this, but so is Candace. Like, well, she's not the male version. She's got the mullet version of it. But yeah, she's like just as bad, right? Well, you don't die. Why don't you go talk to those bitches then? Like, or why don't you go after it? Like Letitia said to Al, well, why don't you go F those bitches then? Why don't you go? Yeah, because you guys have to get defensive. That's how you guys are. Don, are you coming up or not, Donnie boy? I'm not going to waste the rest of my show on you, and Justin's got to go here.
Well, he probably doesn't want to talk about that timeline.
Oh, he can't. Yeah, he won't answer questions. That's
he doesn't want to talk about that timeline. That's what it is.
Don's a coward, and he doesn't want to find his daughter. And we're going to make him that way.
If you want to ask him a direct question, he's not going to answer it. He doesn't answer it.
He won't. He'll go to 5:30 or 3 o'clock to Walgreens. I just work all the time. I was going to try to work late, and Jamie's my best bet here. Like Jamie's the best bet.
And have him petting.
What'd you do for? What'd you talk to Candace about for 45 minutes, Donnie boy? Yeah, you won't talk about that either. Both you and Candace have amnesia. You got milk of amnesia, basically. I'm milking the situation the best I can, Doug.
Yeah.
Candace, you want to talk to Doug? I know you don't, Donnie. It's like all day long. We don't need you up here. We can talk just like you guys. Don't need you. Mary, he's not going to answer.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to tell him? Do you want to say anything to him? Like what he did to you for that long and he denies it? You can tell him what a piece of shit he is.
He is, because he won't man up to what he's done.
No.
I mean, absolutely nothing. Here he is, almost a 60-year-old man, and he won't stand up and man up, own up to shit. He just won't, And there's another thing too. I would like to know why him and Candace came down here interested in it. You know what I mean? And his response to me was, "Oh, really? Well, if you can, get me some video." Really? Why would you want video of water rushing down Ogden Canyon?
So you can see if anything's been dug up or moved, right?
He could have dug.
The number is right on the screen. You just call that number. 725-333-2846. Where are you starting? What do you mean you're starting to get an idea where he's from? Thanks for sharing Dee's link.
Dug her up and moved her down here. I kind of have a feeling he might have. But with the way the water's running down that river, she will be washed up if he buried her there.
So the FBI is involved in this, and maybe I can get your guys' opinion. Usually it's just crossing state lines when the FBI gets involved, something of that nature. But they also get involved for digital evidence, and they're just a branch off of the TBI, if you really think about it. They're all this. It's just the state version, right? And the FBI is countrywide, except they have their state, whatever. Anyway, to think that would be, she's either out of state, like somebody moved her out of state, or she's still in that holler, isn't she?
Yeah.
Frank Light and Bernard own a lot of land out there, and it's easy to hide stuff where you're being told to search your own land and get back to us and let us know if you find anything. Yeah, my name's Fred Hill. I found 4 meth, 4 meth shops that I cooked with it, and then a couple dead bodies. Yeah, you come on.
And then I would like you to ask Candace why she went on Ernie Shell's show when you were in jail. And she told, it was live, she sat there and told Ernie Shell and everybody else, if I just hadn't have taken my daughter to Donnie, maybe she'd be here today.
And she got sick at that pond or that water too. Like she was throwing up really sick. Like what happened at that water? What happened? Did she see Summer's face there too, Donnie boy?
She also said in 2 days she'll tell Ernie what happened.
Voiceless people. So let's get back to where this community needs to be. And we can thank God for putting this the way it is, because timing is everything, right, people? And it's that time now that Mary comes in. The wedge is already in. Don and Candace are breaking. They're at a drug motel. They're living the lowest of lows, right? They're hitting rock bottom again and again and again. And if you never get up from rock bottom and you're always on the bottom, Don.
So what's this part about? I'm not recalling the part where Dawn ever, or where Candace said if I just hadn't taken her to Dawn. She said that? That's really interesting. And what Mary just said about Dawn asking her to video. Was Summer buried again in Utah? Maybe that's why Dawn's been terrified lately. Wait, what? It's interesting what Mary just said about Dawn asking her to video. Do I need to rewind a little bit? Did I miss something about?
What happened at that water? What happened? Did she see Summer's face there too, Donnie boy?
She also said in 2 days she'll tell Ernie what happened.
Voiceless people. So let's get back to where this community needs to be. And we can thank God.
I would like you to ask Candace why she went on Ernie Shell's show when you were in jail. And she told, it was live, she sat there and told Ernie Shell and everybody else, if I just hadn't have taken my daughter to Donnie, maybe she'd be here today.
And she got sick at that pond or that water too. Like she was throwing up really sick. Like what happened at that water? What happened? Did she see Summer's face there too, Donnie boy?
She also said in 2 days she'll tell Ernie what happened.
Voiceless people. So let's get back to where this community needs to be. And we can thank God for putting this the way it is, because timing is everything, right, people? And it's that time now that Mary comes in. The wedge is already in. Don and Candace are breaking. They're at both you and Candace have amnesia. You got milk of amnesia, basically. I'm milking.
Yeah.
Candace, you want to talk to Doug? I know you're not, Donnie. It's like all. Mary, he's not going to answer.
Yeah.
Do you have anything you want to tell him? Do you want to say anything to him? Like what he did to you for that long and he denies it? You can tell him what a piece of shit he is.
He is, because he won't man up to what he's done.
No.
I mean, absolutely nothing. Here he is, almost a 60-year-old man, and he won't stand up and man up, own up to shit. He just won't, you know. And there's another thing too. I would like to know why him and Candace came down here interested in it. You know what I mean? And his response to me was, "Oh, really? Well, if you can, get me some video." Really? Why would you want video of water rushing down Ogden Canyon?
So we can see if anything's been dug up or moved, right?
He could have. He could have dug her up and moved her down here. I kind of have a feeling he might have. But with the way the water's running down that river, she will be washed up if he buried her there.
So the FBI is involved in this, and maybe I can get your.
I don't know if that's. I don't know if nobody cut you off. The number is right here. But I don't know if that was a weird thing for him to say, because I would like to see video too of something like that. You know? It would be interesting. His dad kept him out of trouble and a lot, it sounds like. Oh, great. You're drunk as hell. Okay. What is this message that somebody sent me? Listen to 23 minutes. Listen to about 2,800 system in effect. Summer went missing, got gone 15 minutes before he got dropped off June 15th. Okay, let me pull that up in a second.
Guys' opinion. Usually it's just crossing state lines when the FBI gets involved, something of that nature.
Fast forward those
telling everybody else, if I just hadn't have taken my daughter to Donnie, maybe she'd be here today.
And she got sick at that pond or that water too. Like she was throwing up really sick. Like what happened at that water? What happened? Did she see Summer's face there too, Donnie boy?
She also said in 2 days she'll tell Ernie what happened.
Okay, we're waiting for your call. Ask the Ross's ladies telling the truth. I don't know where they're at the moment. I guess I could try calling back the number that I just tried calling. It is a 423 number. I'm scared. Let's see. I'm gonna put my finger right on the or hang up button just in case. Oh, there we go now.
Google subscriber you have called is not available. Please leave a message after the tone.
Google subscriber. I think she had some interesting theories, but I don't think she's exactly who she's saying she is. And it's hard for me to really believe that Dawn and Candace don't know anything, you know? Trying to say she got sick from swimming because of Eastman being downstream. This is Ziggy.
Hi, Ziggy. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yes, ma'am. What would you like to talk about?
So, are you interested in the Summer Wells case?
Oh, well, yes, ma'am. I live here in Kingsport.
Mm-hmm.
I've followed you for a couple years. I really like you.
Oh, well, thank you. So, I think some people thought that you were possibly Dawn just trolling us.
No, but I know Don.
How do you know him?
I'm a drywaller.
What's your first name?
I can't tell you that. I just don't want to do that.
Oh, so have you worked with Dawn before?
A bunch of times, yes.
Shut up. Or I'm sorry, I don't mean that disrespectfully, but are you being serious?
Yes.
Okay, what can you tell us to basically validate what you're saying? You know what I mean? Because everybody's going to think you're just pulling our leg. So,
No,
is there any story you can tell us, or?
well, I can tell you about the time Donnie he was driving a truck, and he put like 5 gallon. Well, we had like a about 12 5 gallon buckets of drywall in the back of his truck,
Uh-huh.
and he didn't have the lid shut, and we poured out, and it all fell out. I mean that happened, but that's been like that was during about 2017. That's a long time ago, but
Was
yeah, stuff like that. I worked with him, but he was a nice guy.
When's the last time you've seen him?
Last time I seen him work with him or seen him.
Well, the last time ever that you saw him, like even at, like.
Well, I seen him at Lowe's about a couple years ago.
Oh, so before Summer went missing?
Yes.
Do you think Don is capable of anything to do? What do you think happened to Summer?
I don't know, ma'am. I think Don is capable of anything.
And why?
I used to get high with him and everything.
Yeah. What on cocaine?
Cocaine, meth, most of the alcohol. I smoke the alcohol person,
Who else do you know surrounding the case, like and in the area? Do you know like Dudley Ajon?
I met Dudley a few times. That guy was fucked up.
Really?
That guy was fucked up, man. I didn't want to be around him.
So Don,
he would steal or anything. You couldn't trust that son of a bitch.
okay. Well,
He's a piece of garbage.
Well,
I'll tell you what, Don, let me tell you something. Don wasn't a bad guy, but Dudley was a piece of shit.
Do you know Fred Hill?
I barely met him.
So you have met him before?
Yes, ma'am.
Just from how did you meet him?
My brother-in-law, Mike Lawson.
Wait, your brother-in-law what?
My brother-in-law, Mike Lawson.
Mike Holston?
Lawson.
Mike Lawson.
Yes.
Oh. I don't know who Mike Lawson is, I don't think. Is that a friend of Fred's or something?
Nah, they just got out of prison.
So do you know anything about Fred? Like, have you heard anything about him?
Nah, I just met him a few times.
Okay. So why do you think Dudley was so crazy? Because of, like, I mean, did you work with him a lot or how did you know that about him?
Well, up in Jonesboro just a little bit.
What about Jody Sue or Andy?
Never met her, but I know she's a snitch.
Yeah. Do you know that? Do you know that just because of what you've heard on YouTube and stuff, or is this something that's well
My
known?
brother-in-law snitched on all the lights and all of us. Snitched on us. There was like 32 people, 36 of us got caught. Well, I didn't get caught. She snitched on all of them.
Oh.
Mike Lawson.
Shoot. Shoot, I was gonna show that article, but I can't put
2013.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I have it up on my tab.
That's my brother-in-law. That's my sister and my brother-in-law.
So are you a light?
What?
Are you?
No, I don't want someone else.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Let me get this ongoing. So you're sure that because that's what Fred Hill said, is that she was a snitch in that investigation.
She was the biggest snitch of everybody.
Do you know Kenneth Lawson?
Yes, Kenneth did 5 years.
Isn't that because it was that due to Jody Sue, or?
Yes, it wasn't just Kenny. It was all of them. It was Mike, Kenny, Red, all of them. She fucked us all up. She did everything to everybody. Jody Sue did, and so did Andy.
Wow.
All from Ben Hill Road.
Do you think that it's possible that there was a mistaken identity and somebody thought that Summer was Jody Sue's daughter?
No, I don't think nothing like that. You talking about this out back in 2013.
Yeah, but like some of those people are just now getting out, like Kenneth Lawson.
They're all the same people. They're all the same people. But Kenny wouldn't hurt nobody.
Really? Because Fred told me that guy is like really hardcore, that if he like and Kenneth just got out like last October, from what I hear. Or well, he's probably just now getting out.
No. Listen now. Kenny got like 5 years, and he did his 5 years. He went back too because, that's what happens,
Right.
But yeah, Kenny went back and stuff. But all that's connected with the Lawsons up there, and the lights, the Lawsons, and all of them are connected up there.
Right. Of course, they're all related. They're all related. They're all cousins.
Why, yeah, and I'm kin to them too.
Yeah, especially.
But
you live near or no, that's right. You say you live in Kingsport. Do you actually live in Kingsport, or are you just kind of bluffing a little bit? Do you really live on Beach Creek Road?
No, I live in Kingsport. I don't live in Beach Creek Road.
Or do you really live in Light Holler or something?
No, Lord, I don't live down
Are you the infamous Frank Light? Oh my gosh. If you were Frank Light, that would be crazy.
No, I know the lights and everything, but yeah.
How dangerous is Frank Light?
I really shouldn't be talking to you. How dangerous is Frank Light?
Yeah.
Shit, he's dangerous he's as dangerous as the mafia in New York City. He could kill you or have you killed.
What about, do you know Haskell Rhines?
I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know who Haskell Rhines is?
No, ma'am.
Okay. How about Marlena Crawford? What about Marlena Crawford and Earl Taylor, the one that was found? Did you hear about that? The one that was found deceased, face down in the creek a day after Summer went missing?
No, ma'am. I don't know nothing about that.
So you don't know Marlena Crawford or Ricky Crawford? Okay.
Ricky Crawford, yes, but I don't want to say nothing about that.
Uh-oh. Which one, the junior or senior?
Junior.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that's the weird thing I found with that connection with Ricky with Junior is that he is, which my focus isn't on Ricky Crawford, it's more so on Marlena Crawford, his sister. Ricky Crawford has been on and off seeing some girl named Celeste Taylor or something like that. And she was married to Earl Taylor, the one that passed away, who was found face down in the creek a day after Summer went missing. But Earl Taylor and Ricky Crawford Jr. were both messing with this girl and had been for years. And they're cousins, just like everybody else out there. Ricky Crawford and
Ziggy, that's the other side of the hill. That's the other side of the mountain. It don't mean nothing.
Is this the guy JLR met in? Oh, did you meet JLR?
No.
You're not one of the guys that were in the car? No, because if this was one of the ones that JLR met, he would have a way harsher opinion on Fred Hill, because those people did not like Fred Hill.
I know Fred Hill, but I don't know nothing about JR.
JLR's
I mean, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's just he's somebody does videos on here. I was trying to find that. I wish I could. Well, I guess I could.
You're in the right direction, Ziggy.
What about the trafficking and stuff, or which part?
The whole thing being Hill Road. You're in the right direction with
a lot of it. Well, I'd hope
I shouldn't say nothing. The whole daggone drug bust in 2013 and all that stuff. Man, I could tell you everything, but I just can't.
So, do you think that's related? You think that's possibly related to Summer?
It's related with the whole sheriff and everything. It's something you don't want to mess with.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Some kind of ring, huh? Which you don't have to comment on it. But
no, it's a little bit more than just a ring. It's a thing. It's a man, I can't say.
They're all working together, I guess. I don't know.
No, they. Everybody's good and stuff, but it's just.
You don't think it has anything to do with any type of child trafficking or child porn ring? And possibly have something to do with law enforcement somehow. I don't know how much.
Yes.
Which is really too bad.
Yes.
But see, that's how everybody's like related out there. Ronnie Lawson's related to them all, and
yes, it's all connected.
Yeah,
all connected.
Have you ever heard of who's those guys? Can you guys remember the guy I was? Oh my gosh! Now there's a red solo cup in the chat. It says, "Blue, get off the phone and get your ass inside." There's somebody in the chat called Red Solo Cup that said, "Blue, get off the phone and get your ass inside."
Yeah.
Okay. Who's that person I used to look into? The brothers, Stewarts. The Stewarts. Do you know them?
Yes.
Are they bad news, or like the father?
They control. They're on the other side of the mountain, but same in Hawkins County too. They're all connected. But man, don't say my name.
I don't know your name.
But yeah, Stewart. Yeah, he's a crook.
Yeah.
He's
don't say your name. Don't say your name. I mean, I'm not gonna press you for it because I understand. I'm even scared to go into Hawkins County.
Listen, he's on the other side of the mountain. Lawson's on the other side of the mountain. You wouldn't believe what goes on in Hawkins County. They divided it up. Stewart and them got the business side on the Churchill and Mount Carmel side. On the other side,
wow,
which used to be moonshine stuff, but ain't moonshine no more.
Oh my God.
The Lawsons and stuff, they sell all the drugs and meth and everything.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And you won't believe, and drive it right in and through Kingsport. You don't understand how county is. It's like it's a big old county divided by a mountain. One side is Churchill, like in Mount Carmel, and like a city and stuff like that, like part of the city, like part of Kingsport. And then the other side is like it's rural and stuff, but they connect to Kingsport too. Kingsport's a big city, and then it's just all
Do you think that Jody Sue is working with is part of this whole thing? Well, I think this is a rhetorical question. I think you already believe that she possibly is part of this all and working. You say she's on the other side of the mountain, but is she working in connection to the Lawson? And I think so. I think she works for them in some way. Like just like you said, there's two sides.
Part of the drug deal and that thing. But listen, she told on everybody. she was one of the people that told on everybody and sent a lot of people to jail and stuff.
Why is that? What
Oh,
was
yeah.
she getting in trouble? What was she in trouble for that she would have had to? Because actually, you know what? That would make sense because it's just a couple years. She got in trouble a couple of years earlier.
She was helping sell all Mike and candies and all of his drugs and stuff. Like pot and everything
And
like
she
that.
got busted, and then she told on everybody, didn't she?
She told on everybody, her and a couple more.
Yep.
Yep.
And that's why she never got any time for that dealing. If you look
that's
up
what happened, Ziggy.
Yeah.
That's what happened, Ziggy. I know these people.
She did get
They're my family.
She did do some prison time, didn't she? But it was just like a very short amount of time, like under a year or something.
She didn't do no, ma'am. She didn't do. She might have done stuff for other stuff, but she didn't do nothing for this. She was one of the main people that sent 32 people to jail.
That makes
federal crimes. Mike Lawson's, Red Lawson. Man, I could tell you all the names and stuff. They're all my kinfolk.
Yeah.
And Dykes and Light, all of us, you know.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me find the I'm trying to find that article. It has all the okay, so like Randall Lawson, James Light.
Randall Mike Lawson, yeah.
Yeah. William Lawson, Kenneth Lawson. See?
Yeah. Kenneth is a Red's son. Yeah, I know them all, but Jody Sue sent them all to jail.
I can't believe she's not scared. Well, actually, maybe that's why she. Huh?
She probably scares hell. Maybe she ain't. I've never met the lady. But she used to. Let me just tell you this. The Browns, her and her other name. I used to help sell pot. Can I say that?
Yeah, I don't think I don't think you can get in trouble for saying that now.
It's not been like 25. It's back in 1994 and stuff.
Oh.
Joe Sue used to bring pounds of pot to my house and my trailer.
What about? Do you know? You guys, what's his name? Which Chase? What's his name? Which Chase's name? Brad Wishon. Wishon. Do you know Brad Wishon?
Never know that dumbass.
But you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about because I see YouTube stuff and everything.
Wow.
But I don't know nothing about Brad Wishon. I know who you're talking about.
So is Jody Sue involved in some is it true that she was working at a strip club and which I'm not downing anybody working at a strip club, but I heard that she was involved in other things. So
yeah, she's like a stripper, like up at I tell you what, man, the better your bigger your city, the better your strippers. She was in a small town stripper up in Gray Station. Mouse is here.
The Mouse is here.
Yeah.
Is it true that Ronnie Lawson used to go in there and was he used to go in there and actually hang out?
No, wrong there. Lawson wouldn't do that.
Okay.
But he's a good guy, but he ain't that great guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
he ain't Jesus Christ, you know.
Well, right. I mean, he's covering for his son.
He's on the take, you know. But he ain't the worst person you could be. You know what I'm saying? He's a good. It's hard to be a bad sheriff in Tennessee. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see. He only knows what he's heard. Let's see. So she used to bring over weed for you to sell. Is that basically what it was?
Not me. some people I know, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't get in trouble at this point. I mean, gosh, we're talking 90s.
My sister and my whole family used to be involved with it.
So what'd she do? Was she growing it somewhere or what?
No, not growing it. They was bringing it in from various places.
Knoxville?
Yeah. Well, probably through Knoxville and stuff like that.
I mean, because Don, have you ever heard of Don having any ties to Knoxville by chance?
Yeah.
You have? I mean, you've heard that before, anything to do with Summer Wells?
Well, when I used to do a little drywall with him, he was known to go out of town, stuff like that,
To get prostitutes?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about prostitutes?
He used to brag a lot about stuff. He talk. You wouldn't believe how Donnie used to talk. And he's pretty crazy, man. He talked, and I think he did what he talked about. He talked about doing all these women you used to have, and he didn't say prostitutes, but he like he had all kinds of women and stuff. I know he did a lot of coke.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
But did he ever talk about like young women, not women, girls, like inappropriately that you remember?
No.
Like 13 years old or something?
No, ma'am. No.
No.
Never seen him like stuff like that.
What about Andy Bernard? Do you know anything about him and Andy Bernard going to Knoxville together?
I seen them one time, twice together at Burger King.
You saw them at Burger King together?
Yeah, right up from Kingsport, because Bernard used to work at the tire changing place.
Yeah.
And one time I went to Burger King, I was getting something to eat, and they was in there together.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Right there in Kingsport.
Had they been working together or something? I wonder. I mean.
Well, I went there and talked to them. I sat and eat with them.
Did they do you remember what they said they were doing or had been doing?
No, they was just that, both of them were dumbasses, just like me.
But was Don friends with Andy?
What?
Was Don friends with Andy?
Yeah, he was sitting there with him, and I came in, and I was getting the coke and everything, and they was sitting there. So,
But did you know them to be friends like beforehand? Did you know that were they known to hang out and stuff? Do you know? Or do?
Yeah.
Sorry, Mike.
Yeah, they were friends. Yeah.
Really?
I know them to be together on different occasions. So. Donnie's a friendly guy, and so was.
Yeah, Don is a friendly guy, but it's weird because Don's never talked about going places or being friends with Andy before, and it's just really weird because there's
he didn't go places with stuff, but they was with people.
Sorry about that.
Places,
But did they go and run drugs? I mean, I wonder if they picked up drugs together and stuff.
I don't know nothing about that, but probably. I was, I was in drywall and carpentry work, and they were too. Andrew wasn't, but he was always around the tire place. I tell you what about that tire place. Any garage and tire place. I don't know about where you live. There's all kinds of drug stuff. Dealing with places, stuff like garages and stuff like that. That's just the way it is. I mean, it's just one place you can do it. But I only met Bernard a couple of times, before that, I know where he worked. So then I know Donnie there. Seen him, like I say, at Burger King stuff.
Do you know if Andy Bernard was he really into cocaine or anything like that? Do you know?
I think that guy was out totally pot and stuff. Who
Just
knows,
weed.
old man? But listen, well, shit, listen, look at his daggone wife, man. She was in everything. So I don't know.
Jody Sue was really bad into drugs.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
What do you think
I
happened?
only met her a couple of times back in the old days.
And you just have heard stories about her and stuff from people in town?
Oh yeah. Jody Sue, she's daggone, man. She's almost like part of my family because the Browns is in part of my family too. I've got three sisters, and I got 6 brothers. I got a big family and everything. And the Browns, God damn, the Browns, the Lawsons, Dykes, they're all my family stuff.
Right.
I don't want to tell you my last name, but that wouldn't be good either. But Jody Sue was part of the Brown part of that shit, man.
What do you think happened to Summer?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the police know more. I think that Jesus, Lord Ziggy, I don't know. I mean, you study it more than I do. I just don't know.
Right. But see, you knew, like, you know, a little bit more, you know, you're a local and you've spent time with some of these people and partied a little bit with some of these people and stuff. And so you talk about the stuff that Don used to talk about and stuff. Like, you know, like, was he one that did he talk about a bunch of really inappropriate things? Like, I'm not talking about, I mean, you said that you didn't ever hear him talk about, you know, very young girls, or anything. I mean, you didn't hear him really talking appropriately.
I don't think Don would ever hurt a child. I don't think Don would ever hurt a person. I think he would maybe get drunk and argue with somebody, but I don't think he'd even take a swing at nobody if they didn't hurt him. I don't think he's a violent person. I think he's very vocal and gets drunk and
Yeah,
blah 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 blah. But as far as touching anybody or hurting anybody, let alone a little child, or molesting child,
oh my gosh,
he's not that type of person. From what I know, he never would. No.
I wonder if I mean, you don't think he could have got into a drug debt with somebody and, I don't know, got in a bad predicament where I mean, I don't know if and if there's things going on around that area, like there is some type of trafficking or something going on. There's something going on, and it's tied into like the business people of the area, like the stewards, even law enforcement, and also people that are
Stewards would never hurt a child or
right.
nothing like that. They may be involved with the drugs or
Right.
money laundering or stuff like that. They would never hurt a child.
I just wonder. I know, but like, you don't think? I don't know. There's a lot of people that's got busted for, like, you know, child porn and stuff like that around there, and I just wonder.
I don't know of anybody.
Oh my gosh!
Can you tell me who got caught for that?
Sherfy. What's his first name, guys? Again, is it Don Sherfy? Don Sherfy Jr. Who else, guys? Frank Light. Frank Light is like big time, like scary guy.
Well, yes, we've all heard about that around here, of course, the main people and everything. But as far as you're talking about, or everybody involved with it and stuff, I don't know nothing about that. But yeah, what you're talking about, like a few people getting caught for stuff like that and getting, yes, ma'am, they're being put in jail and stuff. We're good people up here. We got.
Oh yeah, I met a lot of good people. I mean, I think Fred. I mean, I've always stuck up for Fred Hill. I think he's like as backwoods as you get. I mean, he's Appalachian as you. Some of the people just live very simply.
What are you talking about, Fred Hill? I don't know nothing about
He
him.
lives at the end of. He's one of the people that Dawn accused of taking Summer. He's a neighbor of Dawn. Well, he's not really a neighbor. He lives at the end of Ben Hill Road, and he's been into. I mean, he told me that yes, he does meth and stuff, or he has, but and he's addicted to opiates and stuff. He's been really open. Supposedly, he's the one that Dawn named as the meth dealer around the area, and Dawn
ma'am, he may be one of them, but he meth dealing and stuff like that don't mean you're child predator and stuff. I mean,
right? No, I don't think.
I don't think Don Hill would. I mean, not Don Hill, but
Don Wells.
I don't think he would ever.
I mean, have you heard how the way he talks about young girls though, like where he's talking about their bodies and like these girls that are like 12 and stuff? That's just like really.
Yeah, wasn't that a bunch of stupid ass shit he said?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think I don't know. I can't imagine somebody looking at a 12-year-old and finding them attractive, like, because they're not even developed.
Me neither. But listen, yeah, and you're right.
So it makes me wonder and worry what other stuff that what else he thinks is normal, because he talks like about that stuff. That's why I was wondering if you ever heard him talk about any of this type of stuff, like where he, talks about a girl's body.
No, he never did.
Out of conversation.
I really just talked to him about drywall and stuff like that, and just getting high.
What about Candace and her mom? Do you know them?
I've never met that lady.
You never met. Okay, so
I've never been to that house.
Yeah. Okay, well, and you don't have a theory on what happened to Summer then? I mean, you've never been to the house. Have you ever been down there to Ben Hill Road?
I've been on Beach Creek Road and drove through there, but I've never been at Ben Hill Road. No, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ben Hill Road is just a side shoot, like
What? Yeah. What about the people that are surrounding, like that you're friends with, that also know Dawn and know Candace? What do they think happened? I mean,
lawsuits and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a whole bunch of different people, and they got a whole lot of different opinions, Ziggy. But I don't know. I just don't know.
Do they think the parents are?
I don't know. I think the police know a whole lot more than we do, and we gotta have a little bit of patience. But I guarantee you, they know a lot more than we do. Tell you what, I daggone know they know a lot more than we do.
Yeah.
And they ain't gonna tell us either.
Do you think that they're not telling people because they're trying to solve the case, or do you think they aren't telling people because they're possibly involved and there's maybe some people involved like higher up that?
No. They ain't gonna say nothing because they know a lot of stuff. They got a lot of electronic media and stuff. Not media, but
yeah.
You know what I'm saying.
Right.
And
digital evidence and
yeah, they ain't gonna say nothing to you.
And thank you. So I want to say thank you real quick to.
I know a few people in law enforcement, which everybody does around here, which is rumors, but they know a lot more than we do. It ain't like they don't care. Everybody act like, well, law enforcement don't care. They Hawkins going in, they don't care, and TBI they don't care, and FBI stuff. Shit. Let me tell you something, Ziggy. They know everything. They know everything. Let me tell you this too. There's a reason certain folks ain't hanging around Ben Hill Road anymore. I'm just talking some people I know in law enforcement. There's a reason some people are across the country now.
What? Who? Marlena Crawford?
No.
That's not a name that you're thinking of?
No. Main characters.
Oh, Dawn and Candace?
Yeah.
You think so? You think that they're
There's a
running?
reason.
But you don't think that they're involved though? Or do you think maybe they just like something happened where they had to cover it up? Like she got hurt or something?
I ain't saying nothing. But there's a reason. There's a reason they're away from Kingsport now.
Oh man. Oh shit. Are they supposed to? Were they ordered to leave?
No. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Now you're gonna have me really thinking. So it had not. There's a reason.
They're separating themselves. Ziggy.
Yeah.
What do everybody do once they're about to get caught?
You think that they feel like they're about to get caught? Why?
Yes.
Why do you think that? Because
what do you think everyone does before they get caught? In all these cases, they run.
Yeah, maybe that is true. That would make sense. I mean, maybe
I don't want to say no more.
Yeah, maybe they feel like. I mean, that's very possible. Thanks, Kayla, for the email. I'll check it out.
There's a lot of talk going around here right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, so you think they're running? People think that they're running.
I don't want to say nothing. I'm gonna let you go. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye. Did he hang up? Did you hang up? Oh, he did. He did. He started to get seriously worried. But why? I mean, I think that many people, I've heard that before, that some people think that they're, trying to get out of Dodge for some reason. So, I mean, but he acted there's other things that we talked about that were I would definitely be more afraid to talk about, I think. Like when it came to law enforcement and stuff. We don't even know who that guy is either. And the phone number he called on is a Google Voice number, which is smart. But if he lives out there, he might not even have like good phone service, so that might be why too. Yeah, that was interesting. You know what? That's so crazy when you think about it, because people are scared. That's not the first time that I've talked to somebody that is afraid to talk. And so think about what some people out there this guy, he more than likely doesn't know what happened to Summer or anything. But look how scared he is just to talk about the little bit he does know, about, and what the rumors are around the town and stuff. He did sound like Haskell in a way, but Haskell was harder to. No, that guy talks way better than Haskell. He was really interesting to talk to. Thank you so much, Blue Solo Cup, for calling in and stuff. And, it's not important exactly who you are. I can tell that you know what you're talking about. So, either people believe you or don't. I wouldn't say who you are either. But just because you have to live in the area, you know what I mean? If you are really in Kingsport, though, that's good because that's a different county at least. Oh yeah, he did. That's why he hung up, because he felt like he said too much. But it was just weird because he got really uncomfortable about when he said that's why they're leaving. There's a reason why they're leaving. Maybe he knows something. Maybe that guy knows something. Maybe people know that something that in that area knows something that we don't. Like, maybe it is true that the walls are closing in on Don and Candace. And it could very well have something to do with the boys and their custody, because they would have to be quiet about what the boys knew because they wouldn't want to put them in danger. Like, let's say the boys were talking. I do feel that there's a good chance once the adoption stuff goes through, that it could be like, it can be that the time's coming near. Well, plus too, just like when I was talking to Fred, I could tell Fred was like a little bit nervous to talk. Haskell was very nervous to talk. I didn't even ever put up what I had with Haskell because he didn't really want me to put it out there. So I put up a little clip because I thought it supported Haskell. I thought it showed it was important for context, because all I put up is Haskell's response to how he felt about being named as a suspect by Dawn. You know, I didn't put out my whole recording with him and stuff. Because people got a hold of Haskell, I guess, and Haskell wasn't happy about that little part being out. So I didn't want to, people are scared. That's really what it is. I mean, people are worried that they're saying too much, because in that area, people stick together. You don't talk, That's why I don't understand how Jody Sue can like show her face in that area. I don't know when the adoption will be, but I'm guessing that it is coming to a head like very soon, because we're already heading on 2 years. Right here is the incident that he was talking about. He said that the way he talked, he was one of these people. Because he said he screwed us out, when he talked about, which is fine. I appreciate those that will come forward and, tell the truth. No, you're not going to get in trouble for some drug shit you did, even 10 years ago. It's fine. People want to know where Summer is. I really, and I know like it can get scary talking about what you know when you're close to these type of situations. But this is 32 individuals convicted of cocaine, marijuana, oxycodone conspiracies. February 13th, 2013. So the guy we just spoke to said he kept referring himself as we. He kept, when he spoke about this incident, and said that Jody Sue really screwed us over. He was saying it as a group, like, she really screwed. She told on everybody. She got in trouble. I think that's what happened, because if you look at her record, she got in trouble in 2011 and she never got any time for it. And her dealing charge was completely dropped. She had some serious crimes. I believe Andy was probably arrested with her too, but like, I haven't found any. No, didn't Andy get arrested at the same time she did? I think I did find. It would make sense Because if she got arrested in 2011 and this whole group of people got arrested in 2013, I mean, because look, it says between September 2011 and February 2013, the 32 individuals listed below have all pleaded guilty to various drug conspiracies related to cocaine, marijuana, and oxycodone. Well, let me go to my little folder of Jody Sue here. Okay. And let's look when she was arrested again for that serious crime. If I can find it. Nope, not that. What's this? Here we go. Okay, so let's see. This was supposedly beginning between September 2011 and February 2013, okay? September 2011. Let's go look at her record real quick. Her major arrests, though, were in September of 2009. It looks like. Possession of a Schedule 6 for resale. Manufacturing marijuana, unlawful drug paraphernalia, and maintaining a dwelling where drugs are used and sold. But back in May of 2011, she got pulled over for driving on suspended, no insurance, violation registration, failure to yield. And then they charged her with a probation violation on 2011 of June. Could this probation violation been... And then here she is again, 2012. Hold on. Hello? This is Ziggy. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me put you on because I don't... Okay. They didn't hear you, though, but... So, guys, he said that that she got arrested a couple years after that, though. Which I know I was about to show that she did. She got arrested on probation violations in 2011, June of 2011, and then October of 2012. So could it have been these? Because she was probably facing a lot of time on those. I mean, she was on probation for these charges. Now, to get to bust that amount of people, it's definitely possible that she started snitching back in 2009. This is Ziggy. No.
She talked. Getting caught and she talked.
Back in 2009, you think it was when she first...
After that, too. Yeah, after that, too.
Because she got in trouble. It looks like she got in trouble for some probation violations. Like she got maybe caught with drugs in her system or something, and she had some years, suspended.
Yes, Ziggy. But she got caught several years after that. She talked. She didn't get arrested, but she talked. That's what I'm saying. I don't
Yeah.
mean to bother you. I'm
No,
sorry.
no, you're not bothering us. I
won't call you back. I'm sorry. Bye.
No, please do if you hear something that's not right, because that's exactly what I think happened too. I've talked about that. I believe that 2009 arrest is what started. Yeah, I feel like she was talking, and that she's talked so much. She's even said on YouTube herself that she's worked with Ronnie Lawson for years. She was
Yes.
openly talking about being a snitch. I mean,
That's
people
all
don't
she
know.
is. She's put a lot of people in jail. A lot of people in jail. She knows a lot about being Hill Road.
Yeah.
But I want to let you go. Thank you.
Okay. I wonder though. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, I just keep wondering. I don't know how she thinks she's safe in that area. That's a lot of people to snitch on. Whistleblow have all okay. So between September 2011 and February 2013, the 32 individuals whistleblow have all pleaded guilty to various drug conspiracies related to cocaine, marijuana, and oxycodone. Okay, so basically, it says between September 2011 and February 2013 have all pleaded guilty. So they could have all been, or some of them could have been arrested before September 2011 because, also, I think he might have just tried to call again. Hey. No, it's okay.
No.
What's going on?
Is she worried? She ain't worried a bit. She got the whole daggone police force behind her. She ain't worried about it a bit. She got Hawkins County behind her. She's got Churchill and their little crappy
rescue squad
stuff like that. Yeah, no, not that police department. She got Kingsport behind her. She ain't worried about nobody. They ain't nobody gonna touch Jody Sue.
Really?
She's telling on everybody. I guarantee it. Yeah, I know it.
Wow.
I know it.
Well, you think that they sit there and watch her? I mean,
she ain't worried about it. Go ahead.
I got followed by some vehicle that was kind of like hanging out at her place. It could have been, because I was just thinking I was going to be funny and go by our house and honk my horn like a bunch of times.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that.
And some of cars started following me, an SUV type vehicle.
Yeah.
You've never met Jody Sue, right?
No, ma'am. I know who she is. I've never met her. Maybe on the phone or something like that, but I've never met her. No.
You never met. Oh wait, no. Obviously, you met Andy Bernard.
Yeah. One time at Burger King.
Okay. Was that just at Burger King?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. You don't know anything about his character? If he's like has a bad reputation? Do you think he's capable of anything?
Like what?
To do with children?
No, as far as I know, no.
Why do you start getting worried? Right? Do you know something about why Dawn and Candace have left?
Well, I think they're leaving because I think they ain't around Kingsport. It's because they think something's coming down.
That's what a lot of people are saying.
Well, I don't know what people are saying, but that's what I think.
It's just your opinion. Okay. Because you
Yes,
seemed to
ma'am.
get worried when you said like, oh, like you were talking too much about why they were leaving town. But I think there's a lot of people that have wondered that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. They well, I can't say anything, but yeah, that's what I believe. And, yes. Yeah. I tell you what though, man, he's making a lot of as much money as he can. He's snorting a lot of cocaine. I guarantee you that.
Oh yeah. He's told me that he can't drink even alcohol without doing cocaine, and he drinks every night, so he must be doing
Oh
coke
yeah,
every
he
night.
does. He does. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, let's see. I thought he said Jody Sue brought weed to his trip. He did say Jody Sue brought weed to his trailer before, but he was
Yeah,
saying
but
he
no,
only met
no.
Andy one time, not Jody. He
Yeah.
didn't.
I think Jody Sue. Yeah, it was Jody Sue brung it. Yeah.
So you haven't seen Don for a while though. Wait, you said you saw him at. You haven't seen him since.
Burger King at about
But that was
2000.
before Summer went missing, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
But they know each other and stuff. Everybody down there in Beach Creek was drug dealers.
Well, it's
And
just
that's all my kinfolk. And I ain't gonna tell you my name because my name is a little bit different from theirs, but same kind of same. If you know what I'm saying. I mean, my last name stuff
is well known around the area.
Yeah, well, connected to them, but not connected. You know what I'm
Connected to Don and Candace, or you mean the Bernards?
No, not them. No, not them. You know them dumbasses. I don't know what they do. Yeah.
So you're probably actually a cousin to Andy Bernard and probably a cousin to Fred Hill too.
All them dumbasses on Ben Hill Road, Light Holler, and all that shit. I know all them people. They're connected to my family and stuff.
Do you know Brandon?
Intermarried. What?
Do you know a Brandon Dykes?
No, I've heard that name though.
I had an article I was wanting to read to everybody I found with him in it. He was the one that was on JLR's channel, showing JLR some things in the woods, I guess behind behind Ben Hill and stuff. But I found something where he had been, I wanted to show it, but I freaking forgot. I can't remember. He got cut by a knife like a few years ago. And dang it. I don't think he's really from that area though. I think he just moved there. So
was he on Ben Hill or something?
Light. He lives on Light Holler.
Yeah, I know all the Lights and Dykes and
yeah. His last name is Dykes.
Morlocks and all that shit, man. That's all that's down there.
Why does this say entertainment with Summers? Are you serious right now?
What are you talking about?
Oh, somebody's just like picking at me about little things. Does he live near Prayer Garden? No, that Prayer Garden is at the end, is kind of end of Ben Hill Road. So
I live in Kingsport. I live in Kingsport towards that side of Sullivan County. But I'm like 25 minutes from 25 minutes from Ben Hill Road.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, I appreciate you coming on. I think I'm going to get off here. You were a lot of people found you interesting, so I'm glad that you called in and told us,
Yeah, I'm kind of boring because I just told you a bunch of stuff everybody already knows and stuff.
Well, I didn't know if you had any other story, any stories you could tell us about. I just wanted to know if you had heard of certain things like with King Knoxville and Don and Andy, if they have any, if it's kind of interesting to hear that you saw them eating together at Burger King, though, because I do find that
Yes, ma'am.
interesting.
I seen that, but I don't
Because
know nothing about big old cocaine deals and stuff like that. I can't do that for you.
yeah. Does he find Prayer Garden? Do you ever watch Prayer Garden?
Yeah, I watched that, and I think that old lady that claims to be 39 years old and sounds like she's 89 is the most hilarious thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I didn't say it, Prayer Garden. He said it.
In my life.
Well, she's done a pretty good job of staying anonymous on this. I mean, for people still, even though I know who she is, people still are just, so baffled and have no idea who she is.
What do you think? I mean, you think she's 39?
No, she's not 39. No, I think she's more like 60. If I'm being real,
I'm 58. I don't know.
Yeah, she does sound older than that, but I think she's actually around 60.
It's so funny though, Ziggy. She say, I got to put my goddamn kids to bed. They're my toddlers, and yeah, you gotta get them up to school tomorrow and stuff. And I just can't do this. I gotta put my toddlers at school tomorrow.
What are you saying that are you saying that she's too old for toddlers?
Oh, I'm saying she's about too old for grandtoddlers. Hey, Ziggy, do you remember at one time she said, I'm waiting for my a guy is supposed to take her out on a date. And it was so funny. Like, I think George Glass.
She says that she still has a hot little body and that she is hot to try. That's what she says. She says she has a hot little body. She's a hot little thing. Would you date her? Maybe I can play matchmaker.
I tell you what, I'm a little bit young for her. I'm 58 and I'm young for her.
You think you're too young for her?
Yeah,
no. We're just teasing Prayer Garden. Don't
she's
take
nice
it seriously.
She's nice like the devil.
Yeah. Yeah, she says that she thinks that she has a cute little butt too, I think is what she said. So, or that she has a nice ass is what she said.
Yeah, so. She said all that shit.
Maybe you can take one for the team and, you can let us know the truth.
Tell her to give me a call.
Oh, man. Anyways, all right. I can't think of anything else. Oh, do you know Robin Lane? You don't know Robin Lane, would you?
No, ma'am. I live here in Keysport, but I you know what? I seen her one time in Walmart.
Oh, okay.
But that's as far as I know her.
Okay. I can't think of anything else to ask you, but maybe you can call on.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah. Let's hear
I don't know if you friends with Don B or you like him or don't like him. I hate that son of a bitch. I don't like that goddamn son of a bitch at all. I think he's a piece of shit son of a bitch. If I seen him out, I'd beat his ass. He's the sorriest son of a bitch I ever seen in my life. He's just sorry.
Why do you say that? That is your opinion. I just want to say, because you're going to cause a war with me and other channels, but this is his opinion, not mine. But why do you feel that way?
Don B's some bitch. All he does is make up rumors, tell lies, and act like a son of a bitch.
Act like a son.
I don't trust him. everything he does is tell lies and stuff. And I don't care nothing about him. Hate him.
So
But
do
if
you?
you like him, I don't care. That's all right. I mean,
He was the
anybody
first
else.
channel that he was the first channel to actually share my channel and put my name out there. So, I mean, he's definitely gone against
Right.
me before. I don't know he probably doesn't like me now. I don't know. Just like
Oh, he
everybody
might like you, might not. You're a nice person. I like you.
else. Well, thank you. Do you can you think of anything specifically that he might have said that bothered you?
Yes. He made up stories about the boys and stuff like that. And you know what I'm talking about, and I ain't gonna say it. And
Oh,
he just makes up lies. He says stuff and like he's a liar. He said he talked to the TBI and FBI and stuff. You know goddamn well he don't talk to the FBI. I mean, shit, they don't talk to stupid asses like us, man. I mean, he claims he talks to them, and I got my guy in the FBI, and I got my guy in the TBI, and we've been talking. Oh, he's full of shit. He got a little bitty mouth on him that tells a lot of big old lies. I don't like him. I don't like him at all. But you're a nice person. Even if you don't like me, I still like you, Ziggy.
Oh no, I don't have anything against you. I really appreciate you coming up here. I just wanted to, you're allowed to have your opinion and like certain people, whoever you like. Unfortunately, it's so weird though. Like every time I have somebody on a panel that says, something like that, it always gets tied back to me. And it's like, I just have to put in a disclaimer, like, okay, that's the guest opinion. It's not my opinion. Just because I
Yes,
laughed,
ma'am.
because I thought what you said was funny. It wasn't anything against Don B. It was just funny the way you said it.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. And he's probably a nice guy. He used to live in Kingsport. But I'm just a dumbass, Ziggy. So I'm sorry.
Well, we'd love to
I'm
have
sorry.
you again here on the Ziggy show. So maybe some other time when you're, feel like it, you can come up.
Okie dokie. But I'm going to erase my channel again like I always do.
You're going to what?
Erase my channel like I always do.
Oh, you mean you make a brand new YouTube?
No, I'm going to erase it and don't come back. But I will come back probably, but I'm going to erase it.
Okay. Well, so you may not call back in then. Well, you could always watch. You could still call in and not have a YouTube account because you can still watch YouTube without an account.
Yes, ma'am. You're right.
Because you don't really have it. You haven't posted videos and stuff, have you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess can you get Fred Hill on? I wish I could get Fred on. Fred is really, he's very, very, he's very much a hermit. Like, I don't know. He's not I can't explain. I wish, you don't know Fred Hill, do you? Didn't you say you don't really know?
I don't know him. I probably met him, but I don't know him.
Yeah, he's very, his family, like, Ben Hill was named after his grandfather. His family has lived there for generations, and he's very Appalachian. He's not like, he grew up, he had to work very young. He's not good at like reading and writing and stuff like that, just because he was.
I think you're wrong about that.
What?
About him reading, writing stuff.
Oh, you don't. No, he can. What do you mean?
I think you're wrong about that he don't read and write.
Oh, no. He can. He's just not like he can because he talks to me in Facebook Messenger sometimes, but he's not very tech savvy. Like he doesn't, he won't, he also doesn't like being the center of attention.
Right. Like, exactly right.
He won't, everybody's been wanting him to come on my channel. And I wish he would, but And his girlfriend, has very bad anxiety. I don't know who it would be more likely to get on the probably her. I don't know.
Okay,
She'd have to smoke some weed first.
Ziggy, basically, I won't get off here. He just wants to live his own life. What he wants to do. Okay.
Who does? Fred. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna let you. Good to see you and everything. Love to see you. I always loved you, Ziggy.
Oh well, thank you. So
you always honest. You're always honest.
I try to be as best as I can.
And you're always fair and let everybody speak.
Oh well, I appreciate that. Really.
Anyway, I'm gonna let you go. But
yeah, but you don't know Fred though, right? Because I'm confused because you started to act like you might know him.
I met him, but I don't know him like personally friend. But
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no, Fred is probably is his relative. I would guess that you probably are related to him.
I'm not related to him, but yeah, but
if you're not related to the Bernards and stuff?
He won't. No, I ain't. I'm related to the Lawsons. I'm related to the Daxes, Lights.
Many of those.
If you give me a call on my phone, I'll talk to you a lot more.
Oh, okay. Is this your regular number?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I mean this my my
can I oh, am I able to call that number?
You can call me, I'll answer you.
Okay. Maybe
I'll
call you tomorrow. Or are you gonna be willing to talk?
My cell phone number. What?
Are you gonna be willing to talk after you sober up and stuff?
Yes.
Because I'm not gonna call tonight because I need to go to bed, but
yeah, me too. But you can call me tomorrow or something.
Okay. And I can call this number?
Yes, it ain't my cell number, but you can call me.
Or here, I could also message you my phone number from this number that you're calling right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can remember what this phone.
I think I got your number right here. I actually called you, didn't I?
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to copy it. And
725.
Oh no, this is my Google number that I use for this is my Google number that I only use when I'm on.
What can communicate to that, Ziggy?
I don't usually use this. This is only on when I'm live. But I just sent you a phone number you can contact me to at.
Okie dokie. Thank you, Ziggy.
You see it?
I don't know. I'll find you some way, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming up here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye.
All right. Ta-ta. Okay. I turned my Do Not Disturb on because I'm needing to. He was interesting to talk to. Baby. Well, he's a nice guy. I think he's credible. No, I definitely think he's credible. I think he's watching what he's saying. There's things that I don't think that, like he said that he's a little buzz. I don't think that I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try calling him tomorrow. I didn't get the feeling that he was bullshitting me. I felt like I was back. Actually, I felt like I was back in Beach Creek talking to like Haskell or something. Seriously, he totally sounds like he has the accent from that area. He sounds like a lot of people from that area. And everybody knows everybody out there. And if he's related to the Dykes and the Lights, he's probably related to Fred Hill and Andy Bernard too, because they have Dykes and Lights in their family tree. Because I've done their family tree. but everybody's kin to everybody out there, so it doesn't really mean much. He is funny. And his opinion about Don B is his opinion, though. I don't like it's, but there is a lot of people that have, you know, not everybody's going to like you. Like, there's a lot of people that really do not like me. So, you know, and I think that some Don B rubs people the wrong way sometimes because he likes to act all cocky and stuff. But I think he does that just to piss off people, you know? Because after a while, you get tired of people picking at you all the time for the little things. And sometimes, you know, you just start to play back with people. I've totally seen Don B do that. So I don't really have a... She is not our entertainment. What the hell are you talking about? If it wasn't for people like me, you know, out here talking about her, then you wouldn't be able to go and chat and say that. I mean, there would be nobody to spread her name out there. You know what I mean? And we're talking about the case. It's not just about Summer. Yeah, people know that Summer's gone, but we don't know what happened to her. There's nobody arrested. We have no suspects. We have not found her. There's all kinds of freaking rumors and stories out there. I do my best to say, you know, what I know to be truth and what I just know to be speculation but you know, that's what we do over here. We discuss. This is not like an educational channel. This is a discussional channel. Basically one big study group. That's how I look at it. I get in trouble very often for just, you know, because I talk and say what's on my mind and process my thoughts as I'm live. And it's got me in trouble many times, but I'm not changing that. So I think people should know by now what we do over here. All right. Yeah, it was a good live. We've had two great lives in a row. Last live was really good too. You guys all should watch that one. This one's another banger. But he made it. He was very funny. I like those people, you know, in that area. It seriously gave me deja vu, like I was out, you know, talking to Haskell or something. Haskell's crazier. But I'm not saying a bad way. No, a lot of people are scared of Haskell, but I didn't have any fear of him. And I was in a car by myself, like in the middle of the night with Haskell. But he's about 110 pounds, very frail. I don't think like he maybe in his prime, maybe he was scary, but I don't think he would be able to I don't think he would be able to overpower like me or really much of anybody. Kind of like it did sound like Haskell, but Haskell doesn't talk as well as that guy does. I guess I would have to. Haskell was a very nice guy. Haskell is very polite towards me and respectful and funny, and he had a lot of jokes about the monkeys. But he believes in them. He's funny. All right, guys. We'll talk tomorrow. Great live, guys. Have a good night.